Holy shit.
I never did.
Holy shit.
I never did.
Who had fallen down on between the tables. He was shot in the side, on the ribs. I was from maybe 12 feet away with my friend sitting, and somebody shouted, says, "Everybody down," and somebody pushed me, and I fell on the
20 blocks north of the Danforth, another investigation is underway on the 7th floor. Toronto police searched the family apartment of Faisal Hussain in Thorncliffe Park, a series of older high-rises, a popular place to settle for new Canadians, especially Pakistanis like the Hussain.
Once a month, I just see him walking. And he's very simple and very humble person. I don't know.
But he kept to himself. He was quiet, never hurt anyone. I've never seen him get into a fight with anyone.
In a statement, they say, "We are utterly devastated by the incomprehensible news that our son was responsible for the senseless violence and loss of life, and that Faisal had severe mental health challenges, struggling with psychosis and depression his entire life. The interventions of professionals were unsuccessful, medications and therapies were unable to treat him, and that they did their best to seek help for him throughout his life of struggle and pain." They end by saying their hearts are in pieces for the victims and for our city as we all come to grips with this terrible tragedy.
Our entire city has been shocked by this cowardly act of violence. As I said earlier this morning at the scene, I'm of course angry, as we all are, that someone would carry out such an attack, which really amounts to an attack on our city itself. Gun violence in any part of our city is horrible and completely unacceptable. This is a tragedy, another tragedy in our city this year. I promise all of the people of Toronto, but most importantly those directly affected by this tragedy, that we will all be relentless in getting answers about why this senseless attack happened. I've said for some time that the city has a gun problem, in that guns are far too readily available to far too many people. It is something I spoke about very directly at a federal government conference held late last year on acts of violence.
We're now able to confirm the identity of the 18-year-old woman who was killed in the shooting. Her name was Reese Fallon. She is from Toronto, and a local MP, Nathaniel Erskine-Smith, confirmed that she was one of the two people killed. She had just graduated from Melbourne Collegiate Institute, not far from where the shooting took place, and we understand that she was about to begin studying at McMaster University this fall.
Hey Toronto, welcome to the first installment of News at 6, and it sucks that this had to be the first episode, but you know, I want to start off by saying rest in peace to the two victims of the Danforth shooting, the 18-year-old young lady Reese Fallon, so rest in peace to her, and my condolences goes out to her family and friends. And also rest in peace to the 10-year-old little girl who passed away. Her family is asking that, you know, her identity remain confidential. Understandably so. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people on social media, and the police specifically asked, you know, the public not to do this because they just don't know. But a lot of people on social media are already linking this to you know, terrorist attack, or, you know, maybe he, I guess, just was a terrorist, but we don't know that. So they've done a search warrant on the Thorncliffe Park residence. They've taken his computer, and they're going to be digging extremely deep to find out if he was linked. Now, they've talked to his friends, talked to his family. His family said he suffered from mental illness his entire life, which we're going to touch on in a second. But, you know, a lot of people in that neighborhood said that they would have never seen this coming in a million years. So, and even if you look at the video, you know, he looks extremely confident holding that weapon. They say that he was able to reload the weapon also fairly easily. Now, if you think about what the people in the neighborhood are saying about him, that, you know, he was, they never seen this coming, like he's just not that kind of person. How did he learn to do those things, right? Like, how did he learn to handle that weapon like that? People say with that particular weapon, when you fire it, the kickback is enough to make you, kind of lose control of what you're doing. But he was able to handle it like a pro. So, I'm saying that just to kind of lend a little bit of credibility to what's being said on the internet, which again, I'm not endorsing, but maybe there was some terrorist affiliate going on there. I don't know, right? We're waiting to see what the result of the search warrant shows. But I mean, I'm just trying to put two and two together here. I'm like everybody else in the city trying to get some answers. The one thing that I do want to condemn, though, is the racist comments on social media. You can't call every single Muslim a terrorist. Like, that's just not how it works. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work that way. So, and on top of that, we don't even know if that was the case. Like, he had mental issues. I mean, I know it kind of, the whole thing with how he handled the weapon. I mean, we have to wait, right? But I just wanted to put this video out here because it's sad. You would never think that something like this would ever in a million years happen in Toronto. But clearly we have a gun problem, right? You heard Mayor Tory speak on that earlier in the video. Like, we have a gun problem. And that's the other thing. How did he get the gun? Like, if he's this kind of upstanding citizen that all his friends and people in the neighborhood are talking about, how did he get this gun? So, that's another question that a lot of people want answers to. But I guess we just have to, be strong and kind of stand together and just hope that we can at least figure out why and how this happened. So, the police can do their job and prevent something like this from happening again in the future. I'll keep you guys updated. And, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think, about this situation. Please be respectful. OK, this is not the time to joke around. Please be respectful. Please leave your RIPs and, your condolences to the family. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as well. And, if you have any information, any video footage, please send it to the police. Help them do their job so, they can prevent something like this from ever happening again. This is Chris Green with News at 6. You're welcome.
Holy shit.
I never